UAE Team Emirates-XRG agreement to part ways with Juan Ayuso. UAE Team Emirates and XRG and Spanish rider Juan Ayuso have mutually agreed to an early termination of his contract, which was originally set to run until 2028.
Juan Ayuso was part of a moment nobody expected. The fans were watching, the riders were racing, and then something strange happened. People stopped cheering and looked around, confused. Who was this young rider making the crowd whisper? What was really going on? In just a few seconds, cycling fans saw something they would always remember. But the reason was not clear. In pro cycling, sudden contract changes can change a rider's career and the balance inside teams. One of the biggest surprises of 2025 came when Spanish rider Juan Ayuso and UAE Team Emirates-XRG said their long deal would end sooner than expected. Ayuso's contract was meant to run until the end of 2028, but both sides agreed he will leave after the 2025 season. This decision, confirmed in late August during the Vuelta a España, sent a wave of speculation and debate throughout the cycling community. Why did one of the brightest young talents in the sport decide to leave one of the most successful teams? What does this mean for his future, and how will it reshape the internal dynamics of UAE Team Emirates, a team that has been built around its superstar Tadej Pogačar? To understand the full story, we must look at the reasons behind the split, the statements from both Ayuso and his team, the on-race events that set the stage for this announcement, and the larger career implications that follow. Ayuso and UAE Team Emirates-XRG agreed to end his contract early, even though it ran until 2028. They decided their goals no longer matched, so he will leave after 2025 to find new opportunities. Such early splits are rare in cycling. Ayuso was seen as a key part of UAE's future, but his exit shows both ambition and deeper differences that couldn't be solved. Reason behind the split: the official explanation cited differences in the vision of development plans and in the alignment with the team's sporting philosophy. In simpler terms, Ayuso and the team no longer agreed on the path forward. For UAE, the development plan has been clear: build around Pogačar, a two-time Tour de France champion and perhaps the most dominant all-round rider in the world. Supporting riders, no matter how talented, must fit within that framework. For Ayuso, who has ambitions to lead a team at Grand Tours, the ceiling at UAE may have started to feel lower than he had hoped. These philosophical differences can sometimes be more decisive than performance results. A rider's personal growth, freedom to lead, and chance to ride for overall victories matter as much as salary or training resources. If those alignments no longer exist, parting ways becomes the most logical step. The team's perspective. UAE Team Emirates made an effort to present the decision in positive terms. Team CEO Mauro Gianetti issued a statement thanking Ayuso for his contributions and recognizing the talent he brought to the squad. Gianetti emphasized that while Ayuso was a valued rider, the long-term focus of the team was on maintaining continuity, harmony, and a cohesive sporting philosophy. Gianetti's remarks pointed toward a broader truth. UAE is a team that thrives on unity behind its leaders. The internal structure is carefully designed to ensure that races are controlled, strategies are executed, and ambitions are aligned. A rider who seeks more freedom can create tensions that ripple through the squad. By framing the departure as a mutual choice rooted in values rather than conflict, UAE preserved its image as a team that protects stability while avoiding public drama. Juan Ayuso thanked UAE for helping him grow as a rider and said it was the right time to take a new path with the same energy and passion. He wished the team success. His polite words showed the split was friendly, with no drama or bitterness. Ayuso leaves with respect intact and his career still wide open. On-race context and performance flashpoints. The announcement came during the Vuelta a España, Spain's biggest race. Ayuso showed his talent with a strong stage win at Curler, but later cracked on a mountain stage, losing over 21 minutes. He admitted fatigue and gave up on the general classification, leaving teammate João Almeida without support when it mattered most. The mix of personal success and team tension made the timing of his contract split even more telling. Transfer rumors and future prospects. As soon as the news broke, rumors about Ayuso's next destination spread quickly. Reports in Italian and Spanish outlets suggested that Lidl-Trek could be his next home starting in 2026. While no official confirmation has been made, the speculation has been persistent. Lidl-Trek, with its growing roster and ambitions, would make sense for a rider like Ayuso. The team has space for a young general classification leader and the resources to support him in Grand Tours. For Ayuso, the chance to ride as the clear number one in a team could be the career breakthrough he has been waiting for. Other possibilities may exist as well. Teams looking to strengthen their GC depth, particularly those lacking a young long-term leader, would surely see Ayuso as a valuable signing. Wherever he goes, the transfer will be one of the most closely followed stories of the upcoming market. For Ayuso, leaving the UAE is a turning point. At a team led by Pogačar, Almeida, and rising star Del Toro, his path to leadership was blocked. Staying risked, keeping him as a backup forever. By moving on, he gives himself a chance to chase his own Grand Tour goals with full support. The Vuelta showed the strain. Ayuso's stage win proved his talent, but failing to help Almeida exposed clashing ambitions. UAE chose harmony. Ayuso chose opportunity. Broader implications for UAE Team Emirates. For UAE, losing Ayuso may seem like a setback on paper. He was young, talented, and Spanish, making him a natural favorite for the Vuelta in future years. Yet the team can absorb the loss because of its depth. Pogačar remains the centerpiece. Isaac Del Toro looks ready to become the next big star. Other signings and developments ensure that UAE will still have multiple GC options for years to come. In fact, trimming down overlapping ambitions may help UAE focus resources more efficiently. The departure may also send a message to other riders. At UAE, the hierarchy is clear. Those who want absolute leadership must look elsewhere. This clarity could strengthen the team's structure in the long run. Ayuso's departure could shake up cycling. If he joins Lidl-Trek, they could become serious Grand Tour contenders. Instead of helping Pogačar, Ayuso might now race directly against him, adding fresh rivalries and national pride to the battles. It's a clear reminder. Talent matters, but the right team environment is just as important. Next steps. Juan Ayuso's future is still unknown. The 2025 season will be his last with UAE, and rumors about his next team will keep growing until he signs a new deal. Fans will watch closely. Will he ride for himself or still help teammates even as he prepares to leave? One thing is clear. Ayuso's bold choice to leave early shows ambition and risk, and it could define the rest of his career. Juan Ayuso's split with UAE Team Emirates-XRG is one of the biggest stories of 2025. For Ayuso, it means stepping out of Tadej Pogačar's shadow to chase his own leadership role. For UAE, it's a move to keep the team united around riders who fit its long-term plan. For fans, it opens the door to new rivalries and big battles in future Grand Tours. What started as just a contract change has turned into a career-defining moment and a major shift in pro cycling. Ayuso's next move will be watched closely.